Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is too much. Cinema Schizophrenia has officially been shut up. I mean, oh my god. This is the movie that really makes you question the nature of reality. I mean, art-based films can fuck off. Well, that's always been the case. But now we can go to our graves knowing that we saw the movie that kicks God's ass. Watchmen are the DC Comics answer to Apocalypse Now, and it stars a cast of relative unknowns and, surprisingly, the director of 300. Which, in my opinion, sucked ass! This movie is so over-the-top kick you in the ass that I'm gonna need help in this review. So please welcome my special guests. Says he bent over backwards.
This is gonna be a great show! Today, it's gonna be great!
Sir Reginald Shits and Pants and shit.
Good morning, evening, morning.
Which in Japanese means woman with wide legs. And finally, some tosser I found in the market. You alright?
Fuck you.
What the fuck, man? I mean, what the fuck? What the hell are you doing dressed up like that dick from Naruto?
It's actually pronounced Naruto.
Ah!
The story is about a group of modern-day superheroes in 1985.
One of them is murdered, leaving the rest to try and find out who is hunting them down.
We start with a man known as the Comedian, who is probably one of the least funniest characters I've ever seen.
He's just sitting in his apartment watching the TV, where there are politicians discussing the threat of nuclear war between America and Russia.
They're saying the tension is down to the fact that the Americans have Dr. Manhattan on their side. It's gonna be a great show.
But soon a stranger in dark clothing comes in, fights, and kills him.
Back in the action, we meet Rorschach. Whoa, it's Rorschach! The most awesome character ever in a movie is here, with his moving ink mask, his subtle creeping around, his consistent use of foul adjectives and bleak dialogue.
Rorschach's Journal. I'm very displeased by this week's episode of the Teletubbies. So, I hunted down Poe, and I ate him. Tasty.
Now cut to a couple of the former Minutemen, conveniently called Night Owl and Night Owl 2.
They reminisce and talk about the days they used to have when they were superheroes.
So next, we meet Adrian.
He's also known as Ozymandias. How the hell do you come up with a name like that?
I don't know, it's a great show.
It's a great show.
Then Rorschach goes to see Dr. Manhattan and Silk Spectre 2, also called Laurie.
Now Silk Spectre is the conventional woman character, but that's about it. However, Dr. Manhattan, he is glowing blue, he can change matter, he has the most bland facial expression in the world, and the most bland voice in the world, no desire to help humanity, but that's not the weird part. He's naked!
What the fuck?
He warns them of a possible threat to their lives, but instead Dr. Manhattan just zaps him away so he can get on with his work. Fuck yeah. Some flashbacks take place at the comedian's funeral. First, Dr. Manhattan has one. Night Owl 2 and Ozymandias also have flashbacks.
But that just elevates how much of an asshole the comedian is.
Not all comedians are assholes, okay? The two of us, we're nice guys.
We're nice guys, man.
We're sexy guys.
We're sexy.
We're sexy guys. It's great.
It's a great show.
We get a standard plot line in that Dr. Manhattan is more focused on his work than his relationship with Laurie. Boo! Ah, fuck! But then, of course, we got another fucking flashback of Dr. Manhattan's past. These accusations lead Dr. Manhattan to retreat all the way to the planet Mars.
You heard me, motherfucker. Soon an assassin tries to kill Ozymandias, but fails, as Ozymandias is trained in using security rope holders.
Then Rorschach gets caught by the cops and they rip off his mask, revealing his identity.
He is then put in prison himself, and in there with guys he put in prison himself.
But his prison life soon escalates to an awesome scene where he throws burning chip oil onto a guy. Awesome! This accomplishment is so great that Daniel gets over his impotence and then shags her, with Leonard Cohen playing in the background.
What the fuck?
When would be a better time to cut back to the prison where Rorschach is? 3 guys come to inflict pain on him, but he takes out the first one by cracking his forehead on a toilet, then electrocuting him with the toilet water.
Nice.
They fly away, assumingly victorious, but Dr. Manhattan said, What the fuck is this, motherfucker? You can't write shit right, motherfucker. You got to write shit that's dumb and shit about finds Laurie and takes her to Mars and shit. Like motherfuckers didn't even get to Mars, motherfucker. What? You hard and shit?
Dr. Manhattan makes Laurie have a flashback, revealing that the comedian is her father.
What a fucking revelation! Night Owl 2 and Rorschach go to Ozymandias' palace and find him in a room watching loads of TVs with a genetically engineered tiger.
What the fuck?
His plan, as it turns out, is to bomb major world cities and frame Dr. Manhattan for it.
So that countries would blame him and not each other, and having a big nuclear war.
That's not what he wants to happen. He doesn't want a big nuclear war.
Oh, he doesn't want a big...
He doesn't. We'll make that clear.
Ah.
Yeah. Even though he's actually doing a nuclear war himself. Manhattan goes to Ozymandias, still naked,
And gets vaporized again with that tiger creature.
Why did they bother with the tiger creature?
but then Dr. Manhattan appears again as a giant. Why did he do that in the first place? And then he attacks him.
Is it only me, or does anyone else get penis envy when they look at Dr. Manhattan?
But Dr. Manhattan decides that what Ozymandias did was for the best. Rorschach refuses to keep the lie and has a face-off with Dr. Manhattan, resulting in his death.
Bummer, man.
Dr. Manhattan says he's farewell.
Night Owl beats the shit out of Ozymandias.
And Ozymandias just stands there dramatically.
I am dramatic and emotional!
This is the film that beats you until you become a human bruise. It has a few things in the story that just don't make sense. It's kind of long, and there could be a lot less flashbacks.
Penis envy.
Some of it is hard to keep up with, and the lighting is never at right balance, so it does have its flaws. And apparently, I haven't read the original novel it's based on, but apparently it's not very true to the original novel. At least not with the ending. What do you think?
I think it's pretty great.
However, this film has some great fight scenes.
Impeccable characters.
And some great acting.
And some great cinematography.
And it gave us Rorschach.
Fucking awesome! Guess what, says he bent over backwards? This movie gets 5 broken bones!
Ah! Ah! This costume isn't just for show.
What?
Mystic Punch Jutsu! I'm the king now! My daddy ran away.
Oh my god, you're a dude!